This video is about nose jobs. A lot of people, especially in America, they do a lot of nose jobs. Rhinoplasty, they call it, and it's just not one of them. There's many forms of a cosmetic surgery. I relate to this story because when I was about 18 or 19 years old, I actually went to a clinic to have a little nose job done. But thank God, it didn't happen because, first of all, the cost was too much, and second of all, it was just a very good thing because the lady who was there, she tried to talk me out of it, and I believe they will do that because they, some of them will talk you out of it, some of them won't. And it's happening right now in America. I mean, people are just obsessed with perfection, looks, and again, the ideal. The ideal sometimes does exist, and people become quite attached to that. So it could be like a model, and even if it's not a model, it's someone who's in real life, and they become kind of obsessed to think that this is what perfect is. And some people see this and they think, well, it's comparison. They'll compare themselves and think, oh, I think that's ideal, and I should have a nose which is like that, a straight nose. Or sometimes it could be people's comments. So it's very important that the cause, I always believe, is people's comments. And the second cause, I always believe, is celebrities who have these nose jobs, especially in the Hollywood area. Especially with someone who became very obsessed with their face, like Michael Jackson. There are black celebrities that I've seen who have had this procedure done, and I believe someone called George Benson has had his nose job done, as well as many other celebrities such as Halle Berry. Now you might think, what's wrong with having one nose job? I think the most important thing is to be happy with the way God has made you. Black features are like this, white features are like this. Black people may have a more wide nose. Another person might have a sharp nose. Another person might have a beak type nose. So be happy with the way you were born, the physical characteristics of your body, facial features. Again, I've said it many times before, money-making surgeons who get qualified, they add the qualifications to their name, I don't know, MBBS, whatever it is. They open up a clinic. They start advertising in women's magazines and even men's magazines. Rhinoplasty, chin implant, whatever, you could go on, Botox. But the nose job is a very popular one. I've even seen nose jobs for Asian people who want to have a bridge on their nose, because a lot of Asian people, they have more smaller noses. So please don't succumb to this. Be yourself, be 100% real, be natural, and just live life. Live the whole of your life like this, the way you were born. And if you give into it, someone else will give into it by seeing what you have done. And these surgeons will make huge amounts of money. They don't realize the unethical practice. Cosmetic surgery, any form of plastic surgery, is ethically right if you have been involved in an accident or you've been injured. But just because you want to look better, just because you want to have this or that perfect, doesn't mean you can apply the same thing to eyelid surgery. Asian people who are having eyelid surgery is something which is very popular in America. I've seen, especially, they've got a very kind of like a glitzy life down in Hollywood, Beverly Hills, celebrities, and it's just so popular, and they just don't know what they're doing. Luckily here in the UK and many places, it's much more kind of a low key. And in the Eastern worlds, it's just not practiced unless you're in India, somewhere like in the Indian film industry where they could do few things. It's just so fake. Be yourself. An actor that I really admire is this Indian film actor called Hrithik Roshan, who, to a lot of people, might think he's not the conventional looking actor, handsome or anything, but nevertheless he has carried himself all the way through with himself being himself. He has an extra thumb, and the person who has gone to the extreme is someone like Michael Jackson, who, you know what I mean, he was just a black guy, light skinned black guy, and as much as I do believe he did have vitiligo, he did have a lot of nose jobs and a cleft done and hair straightened. Now ask yourself, a black man, huh? Black people are born with afro hair. You know, they have this crazy thing going in the 80s with a curly thing. You know, Michael Jackson, and that grows out. You have your afro hair. Just be proud. It's just the entertainment industry can get very fake, so you need to be very real when you're in that industry and not succumb to the fakery which is there. Yes, there are a lot of good-looking people who enter the film industry, a lot of models, etc. But you have your own place in the industry. The actors have their place, the singers, the dancers, they all come together. But you need to be yourself, the way God has made you, and go through life without striving for perfection.